Chapter 8, Riverside Institute, again. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the letter and Sara Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin, light inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Oh yeah, the book is absolutely immersive. I wish other books were as immersive as that. But whenever I read a book, like properly read it, I end up in this asylum. Or well, quote-unquote institute. Where they do shady stuff to people. Enter the madness.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
I'm not gonna call the doctor.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Alright, so my medicine skill is fairly high up until this point.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. "30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
What are they arguing about in the
You're our
background?
most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Yeah, I had to fix the green screen really quick. He has something in his belly. He's
I
dehydrated.
see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Okay, so some sea monster stuff is going on with
In spite of the
him.
muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
Because
It's
he's
soft
turning
at
into a
the touch.
fish.
It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips.
Well,
What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an
Calamari.
explanation. You have to.
I've got one.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry. that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing?
Medicine?
How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
He's Dr. Fuller.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I'll have a look at Space Engineer after this game, yeah, sure. And there's never been an evil doctor in any fiction from Germany. Never, ever, ever, ever. That is completely not feasible. Hidden files.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
What I'm wondering is our character in control of Mary, or am I just basically watching her and this is what she'd do anyway and I'm just there for the ride?
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
So half the island has sleeping pills.
Doctor,
What's up?
please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
I can't control what's going on. I'm not in control of her. Can't do anything. Except leaning. And ducking. Cool. Yep, we lost control. Okay, let's checkpoint. This is the second time that's happened in this game. They're loading. Okay. There you go. Alright.
Doctor,
Just to see if this happens
please.
again.
My
His
chest.
perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
I'm sure he is. Oh, that's why I
Nurse?
wasn't in control anymore.
Deborah,
I was
come and help
supposed to
me,
press
please.
E.
His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
I need that ASAP as possible. Michael Scott.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
That fire is weird. What a
Whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Thanks, Marcel.
Doctor, is that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
You do that, sir. What's up? What's up?
Why did nobody tell me
It
about
is.
her admission?
What is she doing here? What happened to her? I read the file.
Mrs. Sanders?
Nope. Clues. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs. Okay, so she's had an episode or something? Supposedly? What about you?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
That's some Dr. McCoy shit going on there. The doctor gave me a pill and I grew a new kidney.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key
I
to
don't
the
know,
boiler
take it.
room. Not where I expected to find it. The key
Take
to
it.
the boiler room. Not
Not
where I
taking it.
expected to find it.
You okay? You're okay. Alright. What's going on here? Everything alright?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
The voice acting is not really good, but that's not new for this game. Alright, so... Can we take the key now?
The key to the boiler room?
No.
Not where I expected to find it.
I wonder if we're gonna need the key to the boiler room at some point. What are you doing here?
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course.
What medication?
Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
I think he's
Really?
just a scientist
We don't have
in the middle
any
of an occult
medication
scenario.
left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
I'm still waiting for
Take
the
care, Ethan.
dialogue option
You
to ask
too,
him whether
Marie.
he's used my eyeliner again.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
You might want to work on your patience.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Hmm.
Dr. Colden. Do you want something?
I don't
think
know.
that you're needed in Block B, Doctor. Please, I'll be in trouble with Mrs. Donovan if I'm late. Do you want something? I think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
In theory, but you already know where
Dr.
it is.
Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Yes, I can. Challenge accepted. I'm gonna start right here with this book.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Okay. Excuse.
Doctor,
What?
Those people need you at the dormitory.
I'm trying to go there. Thank you
I'll
very
tend to
much.
it.
Okay, dormitory B. Tempting.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
What have you got? Cheese?
Please. The fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished. Please.
Okay, I'm leaving. And there. Surgical ward. We're just piping around.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Makes sense. Administration. So, anything? Hello.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctor. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
There.
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. It starts with a B. Alright, so let's distract her. Ah, that looks accessible. Wheelchair racing.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's
What a
temperamental,
pest.
if I understand
It's
correctly.
so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. I don't have any business in the boiler room.
Yeah, but you don't have any business going into Dr. Fuller's office either, so...
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And
We've
she
been
still
waiting
says
to be
nothing
restocked
about
for
a
weeks.
witch, Donovan?
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
Hello.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose
Block
lets herself
A.
be trodden on.
Oh, well.
Excuse me.
At least
Hey.
we will
Watch
have
out for the
tea
water,
a
Doctor.
while.
And just wait and see. that
Wet floor.
the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Anything going on here?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
It's only fair. Block B. Right, you've been looking for me. Somebody's been looking for me. Right, you. Somebody's been looking for me. Hello. Been here. I just realized that. Boiler room key?
The key to the boiler room.
Apparently
Not where I
no.
expected to find it. Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
Oh, she's grown a new kidney.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Casual achievement. Hey, could I ask you a favor? And this that quote unquote B Donovan. Could you just distract her? I don't know. Nope. Okay. It's hard to find good people. Storage room.
Dr. Colden?
Nurse. Are you inventorying here now? Ooh, more medicine. That's that guy.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
High security unit. I know that area. I don't want to go in there.
Old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm...
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
How about we go into the boiler room? Yeah, thank you, game, for letting me do this thing I've been trying to do. It's really nice. Alright. Boiler room key. I wonder if the boiler room key is not where I expect it to be. Yay, we've got the key.
Boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Boiler room, boiler room. Where were you, boiler room? Following the pipe leads me here to the room where you boil. This doesn't look up to code.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Hold on, was the tool... I mean, there was a tool lying around somewhere, wasn't there? Or was that in the previous mission? Find a tool. Where's Donovan? She's a tool, isn't she?
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who...
You know where a tool is?
Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well,
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Poor Elizabeth.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Courage, indeed. Tool, 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 tool. Where was that tool? Tool, 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 tool. Oh, you got a tool somewhere? No? Okay. Tool, tool. No tool. Thank you. Hello. Found a tool. Going to the boiler room. Whoopsie. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Go, 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 go.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Go back to Elizabeth, because she wouldn't notice the water's gone without me.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
What?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time. Mrs. Donovan?
Just
I'm
casually standing around here.
Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off. It's not my fault.
Nothing is ever your fault. I told you to control the flow. Even if I know it's not your strong point.
I've apologized 1,000 times.
I haven't counted that many, but then unlike you, I don't have time to keep track.
Please, Mrs. Donovan. I'm grateful to you for having kept me on despite that incident. I just need the water to be put back on. Otherwise, the
aren't the
bathroom will quickly
gestures
become a
just
nest of germs.
spot on?
Very
They're
well.
Fantastic.
I'll finish what I'm
Fantastically
doing,
done.
and then I'll fix your blunders once more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out of my sight, go chatter with your colleagues. That's what you do best.
Mm-hmm. Are you still bothered by me? No. Okay. Wait, what? I could have just... What? This isn't right. Something is... What? Where's his office? I thought this was his office. This one? Nope. What?
The last.
Ah, okay.
The missing files must be hidden here.
Closing the door. Don't want to be disturbed. Okay, hidden files. Where are you?
The Stendhal Syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Of course. Where else would he have found it? The Skilla.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Ah. One back, 1, 2, 1.
I've unlocked something. Patient
Okay.
files.
Got another
I
cylinder.
was right.
Here we go.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sara Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Oh, hello.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Yeah. So, dear patient, I'm gonna inject you with some green glowing liquid.
The poor souls downstairs and not
You
Fuller's
may
only
either die
subjects.
of cancer or get superpowers. I'm not sure yet.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Be prepared for the chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news.
This finger
shining
belonged to a
arrow.
woman. Why keep it here?
It's tiptoeing nearer.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Why does he have a shoe in here?
Of course. Sara Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Anything left for me to do here? Otherwise I'll be heading to the basement immediately. Because my inner voice is telling me that. Oh, of course that is closed. We came through this door. Nobody's bothered. Okay. Basement. Boiler room, basement. Haha! Okay. I thought I'd be in trouble for going into the men's bathroom, but that's cool. Here we are. Basement. Might this be a memory and she's about to see the detective in the basement? Yucky. Go down into the psyche. Here we go. Hello.
I knew. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sara Hawkins' corpse.
Sara Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait.
Yeah,
no
I read
one
it.
knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Okay.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Off to the rescue. With impeccable driving skills here.